We have the Radiant. Ooh, a couple real shiny hats. Check these guys out. We have the Dire. Look at that axe hat. It's literally just like a brown paper bag. We have an intro. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an ability draft analysis with me, KarmaKnight. And two of my friends. I have Who Dat Ninja and Stargate on my team today. I also have two stand-ins who I don't know. We have Alu and we have Dank Tanky playing the other two positions on our team. Shout out to those guys for playing this game with me. This one is a fun one. I'm not going to spoil what happens. If you want to know how we got to this part of the game, you should check out my drafts. They're on Patreon. There's also a scoreboard analysis and draft, like a graph analysis, and all the items are talked about, and all the player net worths, and support contributions, and suggestions, and things that could have been done differently. We talk about all that stuff. And by we, I mean me, because it's just me today. Anyway, if you want to see some of that stuff, that's all available on Patreon. It's not very expensive. You should consider checking it out. For the moment, it looks like the Dire is going to come crashing down on this bottom river rune, maybe? They're like pretty much all together. Okay, maybe they're splitting up and going for top. Just kidding. Illusory Orb does some poke. We've got Alu setting up the double meld, trying to sneak a first blood. She picks Prime Beast. And that is a first blood, double meld on a nice long range hero. What a gross thing. First blood, I grab the... did I grab the river rune, or was Axe standing on top of it? No, Axe grabs the river rune top. Stargate gets a rune, Ninja gets a rune. Looks like Prime Beef got the top river rune. Alright. Let's introduce the lanes. I'm going to start with Lena because we just saw a super awesome first blood that was, I'm going to call it, mostly her fault. Check this out. Meld, 80 damage, 5 armor reduction. It's pretty much an attack modifier out of invis, but the cooldown starts as soon as you go invis, and if you're all ready for, you know, them to show up because you've already cast it, that was eloquent. If you are prepared, you can cast it again and attack a second time immediately. And the minus 10 armor from 2 meld procs is gigantic. Anyway, that's how she got first blood. The rest of her build, Dragon Slave on Lena, sure, fine, it's good. Bushwhack ties people to a tree. You've got Demonic Purge, which does all the things. Heavy damage, slow, multiple targets, cleanses teammates even. This is a good build, and I specifically like it as a mid build. I assume she's going to get a Shadow Blade or a Blink, because those are Dark Templar items, Templar Assassin items. Yeah, she's trying to set it up. She's not going to get it. She'll have to settle for the creep. That's okay. Good for creeping. It's just a very nukey build. She's going to run into the caster fallacy if she gets all the kills. But I feel like with her multiple disables and her armor melt, she's really good for setting up kills for other players, not necessarily stealing them for herself. She is sleeping on the water rune, though. Across the river, we have Grim Stroganoff. He's a delicious dinner, and he is the most annoying hero to play against. He just scurries away in the trees and then stroke-of-fates you off from across the map, throws acorns at you like an annoying squirrel, and if you get close, he can drop psionic traps on you to slow you down and run away through trees more. Oh man, this build is disgusting and super hard to catch, and I hate everything about it. Except for if I was playing it, then I'd like it. But like, oh man, being against this guy is not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. Alright. I mean, it might be funny at least. We'll see. Bottom lane. We have Puck. That's my buddy Stargate. Sup, Stargate? Nice build. This build is disgusting. It's Fiery Soul. Fiery Soul is always good. You need anything to enable it, and it's amazing. and he has Illusory Orb, which is quite good for enabling it. That, like, 2,000 cast range pretty much means he can blast a couple jungle camps with one orb and just immediately have 7 stacks anytime he wants. He can use that to shoot creep waves on the enemy high ground late game. Like, really easy to keep stacks up. He also has Disruption and Laguna Blade. Disruption gives him the option for some control. Laguna Blade helps him secure kills. Yeah, this build is just, it's really good. It's gross. It does not fall victim to the caster fallacy at all because of Fiery Soul carrying him in late game. I like it a lot. He can harass with it very easily. It does a ton of damage. I don't know why he backed off. I think if he just attacked Prime Beef through that entire swooshy thing, he probably would have killed him. That's a good combo. Unfortunately, he missed. Earth Spirit has Rolling Boulder and Inkswell. I like it a lot. You drop the Inkswell on yourself, you roll in and stun. The Inkswell detonates and you stun again. That's 2 AoE stuns. They're not huge, but that's a really good lockdown. If you fire off an Earth Splitter and then Rolling Boulder into it, you could stun your enemies in the in the Earth Splitter. Or like, you could drop the Earth Splitter and know that people are gonna like try to run out of it sideways, so then you could aim your Rolling Boulder and like try to lead them off to the sides a little bit. I guess if you pick the wrong way, you're gonna be sad, but might be a good way to make landing Rolling Boulder easier. Disseminate is a new ability from Shadow Demon, and it's pretty cool. It kind of gives somebody like Blade Mail or Dispersion almost, except if you put it on an enemy instead of protecting them, it does amplified damage to them. Ruh-roh, looks like Puck might go down here. He does. He burns. Puck dies. Rip Puck. Prime Beef helped make that kill happen. It was Icarus Dive with the burn damage, and Trample with the burst damage when he does Icarus Dive. Trample scales off move speed, and these are both soft teleports that have your hero running all over the place, proccing Trample a million times. This build is awesome. He can also Icarus Dive in and drop Dream Coil, and then dive right back out. Very cool. I like it. Seems solid. Let's look at my lane, top. But first, on the other side of the river, it's Elder Titan. This is a right-clicking build with some dodge damage and a channeled disable as his ult. I gotta be honest, I kinda hate it. I mean, he could get blink and focus on pulverizing people to engage, or he could focus on the right-click, depending on how he builds. We'll have to see his choice. But I don't love it. Alu goes super deep, doesn't have the patience to set up the double melds, doesn't get the kill. Elder Titan gets away with practically no life left. I feel like if Lina had just been a little more patient and let the meld fully cool down, she might have gotten that kill. Axe would like to ask you a question. Look at his silly circular axe and his dumb hat. Yellen Degenerate. Sorry, I hate your axe body. I mean, not to be a hater or anything, but it's just, oh man, it's awful. Your build is also awful. You got denied. It was Void Spirit, who we'll talk about in a second since he swapped lanes with Lina. But Void Spirit denied your build, and now you can dissimulate and pop up and stand there and hope people attack you so you can counter helix them. And if they do attack you, which they probably won't, you can cast Supernova and come back to life. Like, this is like contingencies to keep you alive after you Berserker's Call people with counter helix, except you don't have Berserker's Call. Oh, it's so sad. What an excellent deny. Speaking of denies, I'm not going to introduce Lina again because she came top, and we have Void Spirit mid. This build looks super fun. I don't know if he has a good time playing it or not, but effectively he can do the Astral Step in, double nuke, call, and then Astral Step out, He's going to unload all of his spells after jumping on top of somebody and then jump out toward the team and leave the other hero running after him. Like, he's just staying and fighting here. But if he blinked away after that, he'd have him running into the tower. I mean, it obviously worked out still just because Astral Step is amazing. Once you get the charges on Resonant Pulse, like, there's a lot of just repeating nukes in Void Spirit's kit, and he's got that plus Battle Hunger and Berserker's Call to force people to stay in the fight. I like it a lot. And last, but definitely not least, we have a me going for the most greedy items first. Just all the agility items. We kill the Axe after he supernovas. Void Spirit comes in and just solo kills Elder Titan under the tower. I'm sorry, I just need to see that again. This is tight. Elder Titan's hanging out. He's a little bit low. Lena dies. I back off. And Void's just like, whatever. I'll just kill Elder Titan. And walk away. No big deal. Grim's like, man, I sure wish people were chasing me into the trees so my build could do anything. Alright, I eat one too many nukes from Grim, and it's time for me to back off. Whoa, what just happened? Wait a second, let's back that up a moment, because it looks like Stargate gets gone on bottom. That's the double stun, that's the trample, and the Illusory Orb gets him out. Laguna Blade brings down the Prime Beef, and a couple quick attacks from Fiery Soul bring down Earth Spirit. That was a sick fight. Well done, Stargate. Alright, let's talk about me. I panic picked Waning Rift first. I don't know why I have this ability. It's not great. I probably should have taken Uproar, because it was definitely on the board when I took Waning Rift. But yeah, I grabbed Soulbind specifically to support Stargate with his Laguna Blade. Figured if I could see a double Laguna Blade happen ever in this game, I would be happy. And then I took some right-click abilities. I've got Refraction, and I've got Astral Step. Astral Step? No, Astral Spirit. Something Astral Plane visiting. And I've got to say, this build is, like, fine. I would call this an extremely mediocre build. I've got one ability that just doesn't really belong, but, like, it's good on a range right-click build, because it silences and pushes melee heroes away from me. I've got a thing to help my team out, which, I'm going to be honest, I pretty much forget about this game. And I've got two, like, decent right-click abilities. The thing I have going for me is that Hoodwink is quite good at right-clicking on things. He's got 3.6 agility gain, which is very respectable. And, like, who cares about the other stats? He does have actually just really good stats. 3 int and 2 strength is pretty well rounded. Lets him cast. But, like, yeah, that nice high agility gain means he just hits hard. She just hit hard? It just hits hard? I don't know. It's a freaking squirrel. You tell me. Anyway, those are the heroes for this game. Stargate just got another double kill. Oh. Okay, so he is doing... Wait, let's go a little further back. And keep an eye on this fairy right here. He's gonna Illusory Orb in. He's at full stacks on Fiery Soul and just goes on Prime Beef. He ults, misses off Phoenix, but the Light Strike over A does not. And all that, like, that attack damage with the lifesteal and the crit does the thing and makes them the dead. It occurs to me that I never introduced Phoenix. Phoenix is my buddy Ninja, and I should probably introduce this guy. This is Ninja. Alright, introduction done. He's carrying around a tome, trying to decide if he wants to eat it or feed it to Stargate. I'm sure he's considering doing the latter. And that's why it's still in his inventory. No, he eats it. Alright. This build is amazing. I would like to point out that 2 of these are shards, and they're all crowd control. This is just like the most dedicated support build. Okay, wait, this one's not crowd control, but it's really easy to land with all the crowd control. And it breaks and disarms, and then he can silence and stun, and then he can throw out a Void Spirit. I don't think he has that level yet. But like, the amount of crowd control on this guy is wild. Oh, Puck doesn't quite survive the ET with Uproar. I think Uproar just broke Fiery Soul is what happened there. Or maybe not. He might need Axe before it breaks things. Yeah, it doesn't break. Okay, just kidding. It's just gigantic. Grim, with all of these wards everywhere, makes mid a very inhospitable place to be. Void doesn't give a heck and goes on him anyway. Puck is back up bottom. So, Lena really aggressively tried to set up double melds. I think she was feeling good off that first blood. And let's just keep an eye on how that goes. Honestly, like, does anyone not know she's there? This is kind of hysterical. She keeps trying to set up double melds, but she straight up doesn't have the patience to wait for the cooldown. Yeah, let's just walk into creep and tower range. Why is she way back there? I feel like if you want to set up the double meld, you do it like, I don't know, like right here or like right here. Lena's attack range is that big. So yeah, like right on the edge of the circle here, under the tower. Anyway, I'm talking about how to set up double melds that aren't set up. There's a giant fight happening, so I'm going to back it up and let's take in this fight. So the illusory orb goes out through some creeps. Stargate is gonna start this at full stacks. Elder Titan comes through with haste. Light Strike Array misses. Dream Coil comes down. Lena tries to run and gets stunned, but turns invisible. Puck is about to kill Prime Beef with all that attack damage when Elder Titan gets there just in time to pulverize. And that is 2 kills for the baddies. Prime Beef is going to do that onslaught thing. He'll go down. Meanwhile, top, Void gets help from the jungle camp. Oh my god. Wait a second. Let's see that again in slow motion, because that is just unreasonable. Oh, he even interrupts the teleport? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 14 minutes, huh? Alright, I'm prepared to talk about this fight now. Axe decides to go shopping. He takes some damage. Battle Hunger goes down on Axe. Too much damage, he says. I'm gonna TP out. Berserker's Call, says Void. No, you will stay. Axe uses his sweet ability to run away. Dank Tanky chases him down. There's an ult. That Battle Hunger looks like it's going to do it. Supernova keeps him up for now, but Void gets help from the jungle creeps to bring down the Axe. Oh man, that is absolutely glorious. I can't believe that just happened. Sometimes you just need a little help from a jungle camp. Oh, that is absolutely the short. Meanwhile, I have taken over mid. And I show up and just immediately get nuked by Grim Stroganoff. And I'm sad. Who's Axe talking to? Somebody talking to... Maybe I have somebody ignored who's talking at Axe. Yeah, I kind of just have to skedaddle from mid. I want to be farming it, but the range Grimstroke has, like, that absolutely would have killed me if it weren't for refraction. And he can just ground cast Acorn Shot at that much range and fire. Like, look at that. Look at that range. It's huge. How annoying. Grim brings down mid tower, and Stargate gets another double kill. What's happening here? Let's watch this fight. Ninja goes in as the tower goes down. Gets interrupted out of his ult, it looks like. But Stargate just gets all the firing time in the world as two other heroes frontline for him. Laguna Blade is going to clean up the Elder Titan. And they don't chase Earth Spirit. Yeah, this is 3 like medium power starting items, making for a ferocious early build. I really love that you can blast off Illusory Orb and get your stacks, and then hit Mask of Madness and get that nice 110 on top of what, 40 times 7 attack speed. Is that 350? I think that's 350 attack speed. That's like Ursa levels of attack speed off a 2k gold item and 2 abilities. What the heck? Except it doesn't only last 7 hits, it lasts forever. Unfortunately, fighting under T2s is dangerous, and Puck will go down. Phoenix, what the heck? What just happened? Phoenix, oh, that's Decoy. Phoenix casts Decoy and goes invis. And then actually casts his ult from way back here. Some good damage, but that's not enough for a kill. I don't know why Lena's still way up there, but that is 5 bottom. And Ninja is in trouble again. The Puck ult and the trample will do for the bird. Void Spirit shows up to fight 4 heroes. Can he do it? Gotta be honest, I do not have much faith in this. They have 4 big tanky boys, and our dank tanky is not thick enough. You might be wondering, yo, KarmaKnight, what are you doing, buddy? Your team just died, and you're kind of just hanging out mid, whacking on that tower. Well, that's right. I'm hanging out mid, and I'm hitting this tower. I'm going to leave as soon as somebody shows up. You will notice I have no fight participation so far. This build is insanely strong, but I need all the items in Dota before it comes online. I know that, and I'm not trying to go fight 4 tanks that I can't kill and die. I'm pretty sure Lena is doing like the opposite strategy, where she's like, I have to fight with the team. Hey, she got a kill right as I was talking trash. That's hilarious. What is Prime Beef doing behind our tower? Okay, so Prime Beef just dives on Lena under tower. Grimstroke is behind and just leaves instead of helping. It's kind of funny. And yeah, it turns out fighting under tower when you're super slowed so your ability doesn't do damage will get you killed. Okay. So that was just Demonic Purge, hard countering Trample. Trample requires movement to do damage, and Demonic Purge says you have no more movement speed. What is the slow on this? I don't actually see the slow. Slowing the target for the duration. No numbers available. Anyways, it's a lot. I could rewind one more time and see what happens to Prime Beef's move speed when Lena hits him with it, but whatever. Actually, I'm curious. Okay, I'm gonna do that. 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks? 6 clicks? That's a whole... Okay, I just went back like a whole minute. Let's keep an eye on Prime Beef. So he's at 355 move speed. Watch it. And it goes down to 100. They reduced it by 255? That's gigantic. Okay, so that's like a 70% move speed reduction that slowly fades. It's very strong. And it specifically like really ruins this build because Trample just doesn't do damage if you don't move. It's damage every, what, 140 units traveled, and if you're slowed, you're not traveling, so fascinating. Alright, so I'm just kind of farming away happily. I also have a few cheap starting items. I want to scale into big stuff late, so I got the Mask of Madness to turn into the Butterfly Satanic. So I know I'm just gonna need it if I want to be tankier than these giant chunky boys I'm up against. Check this enemy vision out bottom lane. That is aggressive. They want the dead lane to be dead. Considering it's 20 minutes and we still have a tower. I'm kind of amazed we're still hanging out down here. Usually at this point in the game, we control like this much of the map, and they control like this much of the map, and like down here and way up here are both just kind of no-go zones, where you like wait for the wave to hit up here before you push it out. And like maybe if you're brave you farm these two camps, but it's a bad idea. Brave or stupid? Lina does aggressive things under a pair of sentry boards. Fascinating. I wonder if two people drop those at like exactly the same time. Meanwhile, in lane, Phoenix gets caught trying to catch Grimstroke. Grimstroke eats a lot of damage, but scurries away into the trees, and instead the Lina goes down. 3 enemy heroes. Oh, that was close. Phoenix doesn't like how this is going, has died down here one too many times, TP's out in the trees. Prime Beef absolutely catches the Phoenix, but doesn't have any sense, so Phoenix gets TP away. Nice TP, Ninja. Up top, Elder Titan is dead. What happened here? Elder Titan is jungling. And Void Spirit says, you can't jungle, instead I will kill you. It's a nice double ult. There's 2 of us here and a supernova. I feel like we should have attacked that. We 100% should have attacked that. Anyways, I put my haste rune to good use and go top to farm some more. Let's go farm simulator. Alright, to be fair, it's 20 minutes. I've already got like 3 decent medium items and my Travs, and I'm like well on my way to my Ags. That is to say, I just bought 1 item for my Ags. Alright, Grimstroke slows us as we try to chase him and disappears into the trees. Maybe we should chase more. I'm sure we can catch him. Acorn hits me and lightnings me. I'll pop his shield so I don't take too much damage. Glipner stops me in my tracks. Inkpath slows me again, and at that point I'm just like, okay, I'm done chasing Stroganoff. This guy, I can even drop that ult. Lina does not get the message and keeps chasing. 1 more acorn will do for Lina. This build is such a nuisance abomination. Especially like with the Travs and the Aether Lens and just with Scurry. I got Ward. Worth it. Lina, we're going to have a talk. I appreciate the double meld mindset. Stacking your armor melt is strong. But you've got to not be dead quite this much. It makes you feel very heavy. Alright, looks like we've got a little lull in the action. Let's take a moment and check out player net worth. I like keeping this one up during the game. G-Bus Grimstroke has all the farm in the world. I had no idea he was super annoying and this far ahead. I thought he was just super annoying. Okay, he's 7-1. So he's been using his nice long-range nukes to pick up the kills. This one's under tower, where he can just chill up here, just outside of tower range, and pepper first Lina, then Void Spirit as they come in. And Void almost gets out, but that's 4 tanks diving under that T1. And that tower is not big enough for Void. It's not big enough for Phoenix. They will both go down. Puck cancels the TP in quite wisely, I think. That was just going to be another death. Puck has turned his Crix into a Daedalus. I like it. And I am still working on my Ags. Picked up the point booster, picked up the blade. We got the gold for one of these things. And I'm just going to keep on farming. Now it's 21-18, and I'm going to be honest, Ninja called the game at this point, and I can understand the feeling. We're a little bit behind on kills. Our T1s are all down at this point. Their T1s are down also. But, like, they're pressuring us, and they keep invading our safe lane. They've just gotten vision up in our triangle. Like, the map felt really small for a minute here. And I totally understand the momentary feeling of despair. And I just tried to say, like, it's going to be okay, man. I know I haven't played in this game yet. I am still 1-0-0. But I'm second place on net worth. And, yeah, I like playing Farm Simulator for half an hour before I play actual Dota. Alright. Prime Beef is stealing my jungle kills. Grim Stroganoff is stroking off the bottom lane and pushing it in hard. I could go do things, but will I? I don't know, maybe. I see there's a Grim down there. I've tried chasing him before. It's not fun. It doesn't go well. I say nope. Skedaddle. Phoenix doesn't skedaddle far enough. He gets blown up when the Prime Beef comes through. I take a couple more nukes from Grim. Lina sets up the double meld under tower. It seems like they have vision on us. Although I guess that could have just been a ground targeted Leibniz. Alright, I'm going to use the refraction to stay up. And hanging out all the way behind a T2. I think I just got my second kill of the game, followed immediately by my third. The rest of the team showed up. That was a good fight. Can we chase down Grim? No, we can't. I don't even try. I just want to farm. I'm sure that's an Ags for me at this point. And that is my cue. To get in the game. Brought to you by Adidas. Nah, just kidding. I am unsponsored. All right. So, Grim is way up on net worth, followed by P3 core, followed by P1 core, followed by mid. Seems good. Lina's been feeding a lot, and Ninja is an excellent support who doesn't take the carries farm. God, I cannot shout out enough good things to Ninja this game. He's 3-5-5, which is like okay for a game with only 20 kills in it. But bro, what just happened? Lina died? How did Lina die? Lina's not like alone here. Trying to, what, solo kill Grimstroke? Got 5 levels on her? Lina, we gotta talk about positioning. You were just standing in front of a freaking T2 alone. Why? Looks like Puck has turned that Mask of Madness into a Satanic. I like it. That makes him very tanky spanky. My Ags has given me improved Astral Spirit, importantly Spell Immunity. This is pretty much an infinite charges BKB, which is why I got it. Other bonuses include Dark Portrait, which our team desperately needs a tank, and it can kind of provide that, at least a frontliner, if not really a tank. And it even does things to Waning Rift. Improves radius, adds knockback, reveals invis in the area. I wasn't using it for that. I could have been dewording with it, I guess. Grim pushes in bottom and disappears again. And peppers us with spells from across the map. Check this out. Astral Step, and he can't get there to catch the Grim. Amazing. He thought he was like in the trees down here, and he's just already way the heck up here. Look at this. This is our whole team just running at Grim, throwing shit out into the trees, and we are just miles too far away the whole time. Ironically, Lena almost gets there. And then we decide that this might have been too much chase, and we kind of split up. Except for Lena, who just goes deep again. What's Puck doing up there? Hello, Puck. Ruh-roh. So, in his defense, we're all hanging out right here, and he's trying to get to us. This might have been a come through the river kind of moment, because he comes through their high ground. Gets caught. And they just unload everything on him. Puck explodes. They're feeling confident after that fight. They jump on Lena, who is still way too far forward, and dies immediately. Obviously, that's my cue to go in. Alright, I decide to run, but the Puck ult catches me. I drop Spirit, and I start fighting. And for some reason, I don't die. I call to go on the Nova, which detonates, and I get to pretty much no health, but I pop my refraction right on time. Holy cow, that was a fight. And I came out of it in one piece, despite being a squishy little agility hero. I immediately pick up an Eagle Song after it. Can we do that again? Because this fight is absurd. Like, I'm so sure when Dream Coil comes down right here that I'm dead. But I get, how many do I get with this thing? I wanna check the timer. I wanna check the timer on my Spirit. So that's Lena going down. And I realize I shouldn't be here and run. I say fight. I didn't see how long my Astral Spirit was, but I think I hit like 3 or 4 of them with it. Because I'm still BKB'd, yeah. So I was BKB'd for most of that fight, which is the only reason I did as well as I did. And I came so close to dying before refracting and getting saved by a beautiful stun from Ninja and some great support damage from Void Spirit. Yeah, I did some damage. We actually have a perfectly even split on damage. Fascinating. Oh no, EXP changed. This one's damage done. Okay, I did a ton of damage there. So did Void. That was the scales tipping, ladies and gentlemen. Spoiler alert. Alright, so I obviously got a good chunk of change off winning that fight. And it's pretty much half an hour in, and I just appeared in this game. Like, I really have not been in this until now. Grimstroke does nasty things to me from across the map, and I can't do anything about it. I'm too low, so I go home to heal up. Meanwhile, top. Lena is too far forward, gets spotted, gets ulted, and that is one toasty pyromancer. That is a godlike for their Grim Stroganoff. That is 13 deaths for Lena. But it's okay, she's got 2 kills. We're good. Grim is still way up with 10 kills. Okay, so I think I'm seeing a very classic caster fallacy here. What does this build do? It throws out Stroke of Fate for 280 damage, which is not high damage. And it throws out Acorn Shot for 200 damage, which is not high damage. Maelstrom procs for 200 damage. So that's what, 600 damage for the full smorgasbord of things? And some slows. If you catch somebody out of position, it can be good and annoying. That's another kill for him. But like 600 damage if the fight goes longer, goes up to 8 or 1,000 or 1,200 damage. But like that's pretty much the limit. And you know, other than Alu, who definitely dies to that amount of damage, Void is over that much health. I am just barely over that much health. Our Puck is up at about 2,000 health with the Satanic. Check this out. Check this out. Puck Roches. Just with Crit and Satanic and Fiery Soul. Grim catches him. They're both at about half health when the fight starts. Grim does all the mean things to Puck. Oh man, the tornado just barely saves Grim. Fancy Blink almost saves Puck, but Puck does go down before Aegis brings him back up. But like, Grim just barely managed to kill Puck that time. And this is going to taper off. This build is Caster Fallacy 101. Like, super annoying, really hard to catch, does good damage, gets you kills early game, but is not going to carry the game. All right, let's pay attention to this giant fight that's unfolding mid, because I just missed all that. It started with this Roche, and this really actually kind of epic battle between Puck and Grim. Puck goes down, but comes back up. Meanwhile, Void Spirit goes in toward River. Puck backs out for now. Lina goes in. Everybody on the enemy team is there. A Supernova is going to get the stun to bring down Lina and Void Spirit. Thus far, Earth Spirit and Elder Titan have gone down. Prime Beef also goes down. I'm still in this thing with just a little life left. I don't quite feel like I can chase from here, but that's 4 of them down. Puck is still up. Pushing in, sitting on 5k gold. Doing the pew 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 thing. So, yeah, this is definitely the tale of this game. Like, Grim and I and Puck are all pretty huge on net worth. And, like, we're coming from behind right now. Where Grim's got his 11 kills, Puck's 8-6, I'm 7-0. But like, this game has been all Grim up to the like 30-minute mark. But suddenly now I'm online, Puck is online, and we have builds that do things late game. That's a tower for me. I am doing the same thing as Puck and getting a Satanic for myself. He dumped his 5k gold on a Scatty. I like it. Ninja's got support items. It's Aether Lens and Arcane Boots. Amazing. It's all you need as a support a lot of the time. Look at him keeping Fiery Soul up from across the map. Look at Lina hanging out like up here, trying to get killed. Prime Beef and Axe are thinking about engaging, but they don't see it. Grim gets caught. It looks like it'll be enough, but between the Windseeker and the Scurry, he does get out for now. Axe blows his Supernova on high ground. Doesn't really accomplish anything. Elder Titan comes down to play and dies for it. The rest of their team has to back up onto high ground. We're all kind of low at this point. I'm at half health. Stargate's at half health. Lina's running forward to stand under high ground with a quarter of her life. Luckily, Void Spirit is dying right now and soaking up the other team's attention. Or that would have been a dead Lina. Don't worry, it's not too late. Lena with a single meld. Puck ready to fight. Gets locked down by Grimstroke. Did he just explode? Where'd Puck go? Oh no, he's still there. He disruptioned himself. Puck takes himself out of the fight for a moment. Nice dominating by Puck. He decides not to chase the Grim, instead switches onto the Axe, who is pretty good at running away. Oh, that aggressive jump forward. Beautiful play. He's committed to a lot. It might be too much. Almost kills Axe. Almost kills Prime Beef. Does in fact kill Elder Titan. And that is going to be a tower here. Meanwhile, wait, I just picked up a monster kill? Where am I? What's happening with me? Was I bottom? Did I help with that kill? I couldn't even see me. I'm such a tiny squirrel. Oh yeah, Puck's doing all this stuff. Ah, that might be why Elder Titan went down so fast. I showed up and hit him also. Lol. Hello. Alright, Grim can still pretty much hold high ground forever. Just blowing up creep waves from way too far away. Ooh, misses the stroke though. So, whatever happened with Elder Titan's build? I was curious what he was going to do with this. It looks like he has a Daedalus and an Axe. And a Shard. Alright, we'll talk about that in a second. We got a big fight going down here. After we pressure bottom, Puck and I are trying to leave through triangle. Ninja shows up, Axe engages, or gets caught trying to engage. Gets beaten up, but looks like he gets out. Not quite. Prime Beef also comes in. All that lockdown from Ninja stops him for a minute, and then that Scatty from Stargate slows him down further. I bring the damage, and he goes down. Okay, so speaking of Elder Titan, this is why I got my Ags 4th, because I needed some of these good damage items to like be a viable hero before I went and got an Axe. Because right clickers that go for Axe too early just don't right click hard enough. Very interesting void placement. I feel like those could be aiming into base and being considerably more threatening. I guess they're protecting us if we need to leave. Unclear. It seems like everybody on their team is coming in to fight. And at this point, we're just a little too big. I was staring at Void Spirits and not watching the fight. Alright, here comes Elder Titan. I go for Grim. I get Elder Titan. My spirit gets back to me. I get a free BKB. Elder Titan will go down. The big ult from Axe, but it's not enough. Grim is hanging back and being annoying, but it doesn't kill us anymore. This is feeling like a very different game. There we go. Those are some lovely Phoenixes. I like those. I get on top of Grim with the silence. He tornado sticks to get out. Earth Spirit distracts me, but it's fine. He pays for it with his life. Stargate gets the Prime Beef. Nova goes down. I don't think we can kill it in time, so I back out. Actually, seeing how close that was, we totally could have killed that in time. I decided to back out and kill the tower instead. It kind of doesn't matter at this point. Things have swung the other way. Grim is finally dethroned for maximum net worth. Our team is up 14k in total. That's all Stargate and I. You want to know what I haven't seen this game? Not even once? I'll tell you. I haven't seen this ability at all. Oh man. Why did I take Soulbind? I took Soulbind for Dark Portrait just because I wanted more reasons to get Ags, because I knew I'd want it for my Astral Step, but the Laguna Blade thought was cute, but just Just never happened. Alright. After pushing bot and getting mid tower and checking Roche, our opponents get a brief respite. We jungle, we farm, we complete some more items. I pick up my S and Y, I eat my Ags. Stargate adds a butterfly to his collection. Ninja has upgraded to an Octarine core. We've got a Desolator and a Shiva's Guard on our Void Spirit. Lina has items that definitely do armor melt things. I send my spirits into their forest. My illusions into their forest to be annoying. Actual fight them. Meanwhile, Puck is a machine gun pushing in the top lane. Prime Beef with the mobility build. Got a BKB so we won't be slowed. I like it. Got a pipe because reasons. Where's the Radiance? Where's the Blade Mail? This build like has damage potential, but I feel like he's just the most mediocre of tanks right now. Are we doing all magic damage to them? Like Puck and I are both right clickers. I don't know why he's only got magic damage protection. Maybe he's scared of the Phoenix? Seems weird. Base skip. Talk about everybody? I talked about everybody. Alright, the fight looks like it is shaping up mid. Let's take an eye on how this unfolds. So, Lina is too far forward. Oh man. At 216, we have seen enough and are pinging her wildly to not get caught mid. I make the call to get to Lina because she's going to take the fight with or without us. I get my spirit down to get me out of the Glipner. And as soon as I see that Phoenix got a pickup and decide it's time to go, an early Laguna Blade results in an early dead Titan. The two right clickers clicking on the orb means it doesn't ever detonate. Earth Spirit rolls in for the double stun, but comes up a little short and ends up going down super fast. That's an ultra kill on the Puck. Well played, Stargate. Their Grimstroke got out. It's actually, meanwhile, top, giant battle going down mid. Void Spirit's just like, oh, I think I'll take top. Uses his Blink and his Shivas to get on top of the Grim. Uses Call, but doesn't get the Grim. Tries to ult out, but doesn't quite make it. I show up just in time to not quite be able to catch Grim, because he is just a slippery fish. Man, huge shout out to this guy. Menacer, you were a menace. It was awful playing against you. I felt like I could never click on you. I pretty much just had to fight your team and kill your base and ignore you, because you were just too slippery. But alas, at this point, the slipperiness is all you have left. Your nukes no longer hit hard enough to get through the lifesteal sustain. And you guys are kind of base locked, it looks like. Alright, they go on me. They unload everything. I flip on the Satanic. I can't take pick on myself. Flip on the Satanic and do not go down. And still, I have abilities to burn. Elder Titan's feeling bold with Grim behind us. It's not enough, though. I just barely stay up. I finally catch Grim. Stargate disruptors me to keep me alive. The Grim was dead, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I was very low there. I hit my Satanic and jungle a little bit to fill back up on health. And that is the kind of sustain that you get with a big right clicker with Satanic that you don't get with a caster Grimstroke. Prime Beef does aggressive things. Stargate and Phoenix are chilling right below their base. I am somewhere. I can't even see me. Ah, here we go. I'm hanging out right there too. At this point, we're wondering what Prime Beef is doing, pulling all the creeps away from mid. Amazingly keeping the Ancient up for a second longer, but it goes down at 44 minutes. Good game, well played. Shout out to my team for playing with me. Big shout out to Ninja for supporting. Gotta love having a support. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button. It means the world to me if you hit like. My videos get way more views if you bother hitting like. It's really impactful. Also, if you want to hang out with me more, I stream Tuesdays and Thursday nights. You can find me on Patreon if you want the post-game analysis, which we will go to now. Good luck, have fun, don't die. I will catch you in the next one. All right, patrons. 48 to 36. I would dare to call that a comeback. Let's start with my favorite thing to start with. Let's see the support contributions. Where was it, who was it, and how much did it matter? All right, Grim was supporting himself a little bit. That's actually just kind of a nice spread on their side, everybody but Prime Beef, who built Magic Tank and couldn't carry them. All right, that's weird. I don't know. We'll think about what they could have done differently. I don't hate that there's a bit of a spread on support, but what I really like seeing is a dedicated support on the team. Huge shout out to Ninja. Also, thank you, Alu. You were trying. You were trying. Everybody has bad games sometimes. I'm trying to do aggressive things like set up double meld. I understand what happened here. Maybe next time you make a double meld build, get AC. You already had the Desolator, but like Orb of Corrosion, AC, Desolator, Solar Crest, just get more armor melt, because once you're up to 8 armor reduction from melds, if you do get off your double meld, that's already 16. You throw another 5 or 7 on there, you're up to minus like 20 armor, and that's pretty much corruption. It's absurd. You hit so hard once you've melted off that much armor. Other advice I would give is upgrade your boots at some point if you don't want to go for travels, which you're wrong. Never not travels. Upgrade them to something. This is a good build for like phase boots, so you can, fire off your first meld and then hit phase boots, meld again, and get that bonus like damage on your second attack. Is that how phase boots work? I don't know how phase boots work. I don't know what I'm saying. Gives 20 increased movement speed and phase through heroes. Okay, just kidding. Well, you do get some bonus damage. Whatever. Damage seems like it would have been good. Power treads, phase boots, something more than brown boots. Don't just stay on brown boots. I mean, I've got nothing but good things to say about the rest of my team's builds. Let's look at their builds. Is there something they could have done differently? They could have made the difference. So Grim has Acorn Shot, which scales off right click. Oh, look, he has a Crix. Okay, so Grim did realize at some point that he needed to be hard carry as well as this like caster kill getting support kind of carry he was doing earlier. So, I mean, quite simply, this is too much leaning into his spellcasting. I think if he'd gotten the Glipner and gone for like a Silver Edge earlier, and like maybe pick one of these. Although honestly, like just stop at Tornado Stick, because like this isn't a terribly mana intensive build. Like Acorn Shot's 100 mana, Stroke of Fate is 130 mana. You can scurry away for 35 mana. Your ult is 15 mana. Like, you don't need all the biggest intel items. So, like, yeah, either stop at Aether Lens or stop at Tornado Stick. Or, like, only get the Wind Waker if you, like, feel like you need Wind Waker. Or only get the Octarine Core. but definitely switch off caster items earlier, because the Acorn Shot can do serious damage with some crit. So if he got a Daedalus and a Silver Edge and a Satanic, he might have been blowing us up still at the end of the game instead of tapering off at the end of the game. So I feel like he had the potential to like lean out of the caster fallacy and into some big damage, but he just never got there. Another issue I see on this team is their fun stuff here needed to get farm prioritized to him. I think it was Elder Titan and Axe top lane, and Axe was using counter helix to get all the farm. And he's pretty rich, but like this deny was huge, and it renders this build like pretty much useless. Like he's got the right items, minus blink. I don't know why he doesn't have blink. I mean, probably because he didn't get the call, so he's just skipping it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, mostly good play by Dink Tanky here, denying Berserker Skull. Recovering from that, I like the Blade Mail, kinda. I'd rather see this Axe do something else for his team, because he can't force himself to be the target. So maybe go like AC, just to support your team a little bit with damage and armor melt. Maybe go Radiance. Maybe like do something to make yourself a prominent tank without people right-clicking on you. Because the way you're set up with the Blade Mail and the counter helix, people just can ignore you and then you don't do any damage. He did Supernova to force people to attack him a lot, and it seemed like it got him killed more often than it like helped. Yeah, this is a roll of the dice ability. But anyway, their Uproar and Psyblades Elder Titan, while he's not the best body for right-clicking, once he's got Psyblades and the talent for 100% cleave, which apparently he never got. Interesting. Oh, he never made it to level 20. That's so sad. Yeah, this guy just did not have space to farm. His damage contribution is just really low. Yeah, this game was just all Grimstroke for their team, and he did not transition into right-click soon enough. Yeah. It's also kind of rough playing with 4 tanks. The one thing I see on this team that I really like is this Earth Spirit. Except for... Oh no, he did support. Actually, he has the most support. Alright, big shout out to Earth Spirit. He's got the engage, the double stun, some good damage abilities to go with it, and he actually played support. So shout out to F. Duenes for being a good support. Yeah, this was a tough situation. They don't have an agility hero at all, so they needed somebody to be their like real carries, and I think it was Grim and Elder Titan. With either Axe or Prime Beef being a P3 Radiance tank, and honestly, the other one of them, either Axe or Prime Beast, just straight up supporting. Maybe that should have been what Axe did. He did contribute to support like a little bit, 250. But like if this 300 and this 300 both got spent by Axe, and these two were able to farm a little more right click, maybe it would have been a more balanced game at the end. I don't know. I wanted to look at, yeah, little zigzag, not the most gigantic swing one way and the other. There should be some good crossover in the player net worth. Yeah, there it is. A little ways after 30 minutes when we really came online, Grim took a dive, and Stargate and I rose above. We were doing an okay job of keeping up throughout, but Grim was definitely like a few K gold ahead the entire time. And he spent it all on caster items. So sad. Are there any standout item purchases? I mean, obviously this is fucking terrifying. 9-minute Cricks into 10-minute Morbid Mask? What the heck? Preceded by a 7-minute browse. Did you just not shop early? Like, what is that? Boots first. 2-minute Blades of Attack, 10-minute Crick's Morbid Mask. Like, that's huge. And he's able to transition it into a Mask of Madness. So this must have been that first double kill right before these purchases. Or maybe it was right after these, and then he gets the Mask? I don't know, but that is some wildly fast farming. Well done, Stargate. Way to be able to last hit. I wish I could do that. Check out this first item, Blades of Alacrity, at 2.5 minutes. I don't recommend this, kids. This was a mistake. I should have gotten this on like a Tango to start. No starting items. Sup. Power Treads first on Danky Tanky. Sure. Mana Boots first on a support. Mana Boots first on a hard carry. Yikes. I hate it. I know he needed mana, but like, yikes. He still got Travs eventually. That's wasted gold. It's wasted gold. You could have gotten mana out of like an Orchid, and that would have transitioned you into being a right clicker. I don't like energy boots on the Grimstroke. I'm also wondering where ET's mana boots are. I guess he went for a Ring of Regen and a Bassi. Sage's Mass Circlet. Nope. He does. He gets the Bassi in 18 minutes. All right. If you're going to be a support and you're not going to get mana boots, which is fine, never not travels, you got to get your Bassi at like first item kind of timing. Like Bassi first. Just get the Bassi immediately. Like Sage's Mass Tango and then Bassi at like 1 minute. And then you can support your lane with mana the whole time. Pretty much only item Wraith Pact. I don't hate it. Like Wraith Pact is really good. But I don't feel like this was an impactful way to build these items. Did they desperately need an urn for something? Was that a psychic time reading, time teleporting counter to the Morbid Mask early on Stargate? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure about this item build, Mr. Earth Spirit. Look at Who Dat Ninja and take notes. Because that's how you're supposed to support. All right. I think I have talked about this game enough. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you're still watching, I can't believe you stuck with it this long. It's like an hour plus of video at this point. But thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting me on Patreon. Love ya. See ya in the next one. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. How do I stop recordings? Hello, OBS. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. I will get you in the next one.